Today, we delve into another distressing case involving Crystal Rogers, a devoted 35-year-old mother from Bardstown, Kentucky. Crystal's commitment to her 4 children, whom she shared custody of with her ex-husband Keith, was unwavering. Despite their separation, Crystal and Keith maintained an amicable relationship for their children's sake. On July 5, 2015, Sherri Ballard, Crystal's mother, grew concerned when Crystal didn't answer her calls, a rarity for her responsible daughter. With each passing hour of silence, Sherri's worry intensified. Crystal's absence was highly unusual, triggering Sherri's maternal instincts that something was wrong. Despite numerous attempts to contact Crystal throughout the day, all efforts went unanswered. Around the same time, Crystal's sister Brooke informed Sherri that she too couldn't reach Crystal. Brooke had spoken with Brooks Houck, Crystal's boyfriend, who claimed he hadn't seen Crystal since the previous Friday. Brooke speculated that Crystal might have gone to her cousin's house to celebrate the 4th of July. However, Sherri's concern deepened as she struggled to get in touch with her daughter. Worried, Sherri reported Crystal missing to the police. Meanwhile, Sherri's son KC received a call from a friend who spotted Crystal's car on the roadside. This discovery alarmed KC and Crystal's father, Tommy Ballard. Upon reaching the location, they found Crystal's car with a flat tire, further confirming their fears that something serious had happened. Finding Crystal's keys, phone, and purse in the car heightened their concerns. Crystal wouldn't have left without them. After discovering the vehicle, Tommy and his son promptly notified the authorities. Investigators examined the scene, but found no signs of struggle. However, they noted that the driver's seat seemed adjusted for someone taller than Crystal, raising suspicions of someone else driving her car. Despite efforts to seek assistance from witnesses and the media, no significant leads emerged. Tommy organized search parties, but Brooks's absence raised suspicions, especially given his relationship with Crystal. When questioned, Brooks claimed Crystal and their son had been at his family's farm the night she disappeared. However, discrepancies in his story fueled further suspicion. Brooks's lack of concern and inconsistencies in his account cast doubt on his involvement in Crystal's disappearance. As the investigation continued, suspicions mounted, and Crystal's loved ones feared the worst. Crystal had confided in her mother, Sherri, her desire to leave Brooks, but acknowledged the difficulty due to his controlling nature. Sherri's concerns were echoed by Crystal's brother, who had observed tension between Crystal and Brooks, often leading to heated arguments. The police, suspecting Brooks's involvement, requested him to undergo a polygraph test, which yielded inconclusive results. During a formal interview with Brooks, detectives reviewed footage corroborating parts of his account, showing his truck entering and leaving his family's farm around midnight. However, the tinted windows obscured who was in the vehicle. Brooks explained his activities at the farm, including chores and setting a fire. But a brief phone call during the journey raised suspicion. Brooks's associate, Steve Lawson, explained the call, claiming it was regarding a rental property, but police found the explanation scripted. They questioned why Brooks didn't hand Crystal the phone, leading to further doubt. During the interview, Brooks received a call from his brother Nick, advising him to leave the interrogation room immediately. The police, unconvinced by Brooks's account, suspected foul play at the Houck family farm, where witnesses reported seeing Brooks and Nick's police car. Nick was questioned, denying involvement despite failing a polygraph test. On October 15th, Brooks was named the prime suspect, while Nick was dismissed from the Bardstown Police Department for obstructing the investigation. Despite suspicions, insufficient evidence hindered arrest. Collaborative efforts between law enforcement, FBI agents, volunteers, and organizations conducted extensive searches at the Houck family farm, yielding no significant leads. Although remnants of clothing were found in the ashes of a fire, they couldn't be linked to Crystal's disappearance. Multiple search warrants served on the farm failed to produce substantial evidence, leaving Crystal's loved ones in anguish and desperate for closure. Despite exhaustive efforts, Crystal's whereabouts remained elusive, leaving her family and investigators grappling with uncertainty. A $100,000 reward was offered for any information regarding Crystal's disappearance, yet no one came forward. Tommy Ballard, Crystal's father, tirelessly pursued every lead in her case, refusing to give up hope. For Tommy, Crystal's disappearance struck a deeply personal chord. In January 1979, his pregnant sister fell victim to a brutal murder orchestrated by her husband and his accomplice. The perpetrators subjected her to a horrific ordeal before ending her life and concealing her remains on a farm. Although justice was eventually served, the trauma of this loss haunted Tommy, motivating his relentless quest to find his missing daughter. Undeterred by obstacles, Tommy pursued every lead, no matter how faint. He scoured the neighborhood, conducted interviews, and reached out to anyone who might possess crucial information. Tommy's determination led him to invest his savings in hiring cadaver dogs and a private investigator, sparing no effort in his pursuit of answers. With unwavering resolve, Tommy meticulously documented each lead and clue, collaborating closely with law enforcement to share his findings. In November 2016, tragedy struck again when Tommy took his 11-year-old grandson, Crystal's son, on a hunting trip. Moments after their departure, Sherri, Tommy's wife, received a distressing call informing her of a shooting. Racing to the scene, Sherri's worst fears were realized as she discovered Tommy gravely injured. Despite frantic efforts to save him, Tommy succumbed to his wounds, leaving Sherri devastated. Initially deemed a hunting accident by authorities, Sherri vehemently contested this conclusion, insisting her husband had been murdered. Following a thorough investigation, law enforcement confirmed Tommy's death as a homicide, ruling out suicide or involvement by his grandson. The Ballard family strongly believes Tommy's murder was orchestrated to silence his relentless pursuit of the truth behind Crystal's disappearance. In 2022, the FBI renewed efforts to uncover answers, conducting a 5-day investigation at the Houck family farm. While specific findings were not disclosed, the FBI expressed commitment to analyzing all evidence collected, signaling a renewed push for justice in Crystal's case. As the investigation into Crystal Rogers' disappearance unfolded, the Kentucky Attorney General took a significant step by appointing a special prosecutor to aid in the pursuit of justice for Crystal and her father, Tommy Ballard. Sherri Ballard, Crystal's mother, fully endorsed this decision, viewing it as a crucial move toward ensuring accountability for her loved ones. The appointment of a special prosecutor injected fresh perspectives and expert insight into the case. Sherri recognized the necessity of a dedicated team focused on untangling the intricate details and bringing those responsible to justice. With unwavering determination, she believed this approach would yield meticulous attention to detail and a comprehensive grasp of the case's nuances. Sherri's steadfast commitment to seeking justice for Crystal and Tommy remained unshakable. Empowered by the resources and expertise of the special prosecutor, she anticipated a thorough investigation and the collection of compelling evidence to bolster the case. Moreover, the appointment signaled the gravity of the situation and underscored the justice system's resolve to hold the perpetrators accountable. In July 2023, a grand jury indicted Joseph Lawson, 32, on charges of conspiracy to commit murder and tampering with physical evidence in connection with Crystal's disappearance. 2 months later, Crystal's boyfriend, Brooks Houck, faced arrest on charges of murder and tampering with evidence. With a bond set at $10 million in orders to stay away from Crystal's family, Brooks's arrest brought a mix of devastation and relief to Bardstown. Though grappling with the grim reality of Crystal's fate, the community found solace in the pursuit of justice. Brooks's apprehension marked a crucial milestone, offering closure and a glimmer of hope to those impacted by Crystal's tragic demise. United in support of Crystal's family, Bardstown rallied behind them, eager for justice to prevail. As the investigation progressed, a pivotal court hearing shed light on additional revelations. The special prosecutor disclosed their investigation into Tommy Ballard's death, believing it to be linked to Crystal's case. Allegations surfaced regarding the Houck family's clandestine recording of grand jury proceedings, prompting legal maneuvers to address concerns of bias and unfair advantage. Despite legal challenges and attempts to disqualify the presiding judge, Brooks Houck remained in custody on a $10 million bond. The Kentucky Appeals Court upheld this decision and dismissed Brooks's plea to remove the judge overseeing his trials. Meanwhile, Stephen Lawson faced indictment on charges related to Crystal's disappearance, further entangling the case in a web of legal complexities. Amidst media scrutiny and legal proceedings, the community remained vigilant, hopeful for a fair and just resolution. As the quest for truth pressed onward, Bardstown stood in solidarity with Crystal's family, unwavering in their pursuit of justice for Crystal and Tommy.
Thanks for watching. If you're fascinated by the darker side of human nature and intrigued by the mysteries surrounding crime and murder, you're in the right place. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated on the latest chilling cases and gripping investigations. Remember, the truth is often stranger than fiction, and there's always more to uncover. Stay curious, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.